Queensland University of Technology in Australia. He's an internationally recognized researcher on pornography. He says virtually all children see porn, either accidentally or intentionally. On average, they first encounter it around age 12, and about 15% see it at age 10 or younger. Flood says many parents are also mistaken about the content of modern pornography.
Often we think of kind of soft-core pornography, kind of, Playboy centerfolds, that kind of thing.
But pornography today typically shows something else.
Often shows men being cruel or damaging towards women, and sometimes that's verbal violence, using hostile and derogatory language. Sometimes that's violent behaviors, such as strangulation, such as slapping.
One study from the University of Arkansas found that nearly 90% of popular videos show overt violence or aggression, primarily toward women.
That's not an appropriate form of sexuality education for our 8-year-olds or our 12-year-olds and so on.
Studies have found that exposure to pornography can interfere with children learning about consent. And for younger kids, the videos can be quite upsetting or traumatic, which is why some states are starting to require pornographic sites to check users' ages. Brian Willoughby is a social scientist at Brigham Young University.
It is very important that we provide some very clear gatekeepers that try to prevent some of that exposure.
And there's one very important gatekeeper already in your home. That's your router.
Your router, as a parent, is the most important and underappreciated digital device in your home.
That's Chris McKenna. He's the founder of Protect Young Eyes, a company that helps families, schools, and churches create safer digital spaces. He says it starts by gaining control of your router.
That is the door in which internet traffic comes.
And you can block any website you want from going through that door and reaching devices that use Wi-Fi. It's like putting a bouncer at the door to your internet. In fact, he says you can buy a special router designed specifically to block pornographic content.
It's the #1 tool that prevents early childhood exposure to pornography.
Now, this won't stop content on devices that use cellular data, like smartphones. And that's how many kids first encounter pornography, whether it's at a friend's house or even while at school. There are filters and controls for phones, but they're easy to get around, which McKenna says is a big reason not to give a child a smartphone too early.
Delay is the way. That's our mindset, because we've rushed into technologies that our children were not ready for.
The most important recommendation, McKenna says, is teach your kids what to do when they stumble upon any content that makes them feel afraid, shocked, or simply uncomfortable.
Put it down and tell someone.
And be sure they know that no matter what they've seen, you won't be angry, but glad they came to you for guidance. For NPR News, I'm Michaeline Ducla. This is NPR News.
I'm Michelle Martin. Join me for a live special report from NPR News as we look at the first 100 days of the Trump administration and consider what's next.
Live special coverage begins this evening at 8 on WHYY.
Supporting WHYY, Comcast Business, committed to providing connectivity for your business with network and cybersecurity solutions. Restrictions apply. Learn more at ComcastBusiness.com. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Supporting WHYY, Signify Business Cash by Wells Fargo.